The man named Mark McGwire once wielded his magic in the heart of MLB's grandest arenas for 16 mesmerizing seasons, each like a chapter in a gripping tale. Of course, it's easy to remember how this legendary player tasted the sweet nectar of victory in 1989 when he won a World Series championship with the Oakland Athletics. But that's not all there is to his story. In fact, McGwire's story holds much more intrigues and twists than you can imagine, including when he returned to the World Series in 2011, this time donning the cloak of a coach for the Cardinals, and orchestrating another triumphant symphony, which further etched his name into the annals of baseball lore. However, underneath these unbelievable achievements was a secret that would bring into question whether these inflated results were real. No doubt, it's a truly fascinating story, and we will tell it all in this video. So be sure to watch till the end. Mark McGwire took his first breaths in the charming suburb of Pomona, California. Amidst the sun-kissed landscapes of his hometown, he emerged as a gifted athlete. This young talent attended Damien High School in Laverne, California. Here, beneath a Southern California sky, he excelled in 3 different sports: baseball, golf, and basketball. It was obvious that he was meant for professional sports, and in 1981, the Montreal Expos extended a hand, drafting him in the 8th round during the amateur draft. Surprisingly, McGwire passed on this opportunity. His journey would take a collegiate turn, and the University of Southern California became his training ground. There, under the watchful eye of Coach Rod Dedeaux, McGwire honed his skills on the baseball diamond. Alongside teammates like Randy Johnson, Jack Del Rio, and Rodney Peete, he forged bonds that would carry the weight of his future achievements. Then, in 1984, the baseball gods smiled upon him. It was this year that the Oakland Athletics, with their 10th overall pick in the MLB draft, anointed Mark McGwire as their own. In August 1986, the world got its first glimpse of the rookie's magic, a dazzling display of 3 home runs and 9 RBIs in just 18 games. But it was in 1987 that McGwire truly ascended to the baseball heavens. With a rookie spirit and a legend's heart, he made a roaring entry into the world of home runs. 4 in April, 15 in May, 9 in June. It just seemed like his bat was a lightning bolt, always electrifying the game. Before the All-Star break, he had already bagged 33 home runs and a spot on the American League All-Star team. On August 11th, the AL rookie record of 37 home runs fell to his might. 3 days later, he plucked the Major League record from the grasp of Frank Robinson and Wally Berger. But that's not all. September saw him slam 9 more home runs, and his monthly stats sparkled with a .351 batting average, .419 on-base percentage, and 11 doubles. With a .289 batting average, 97 runs scored, 28 doubles, and a .618 slugging percentage, this star was on top of the world. Additionally, his 49 rookie home runs etched a record that would endure until Aaron Judge's 52 for the Yankees in 2017. Not only was McGwire the AL home run king in 1987, but he also shared the Major League throne with Andre Dawson. At this point, the AL Rookie of the Year title was his, and that was without any doubt. Moving forward from 1988 to 1990, the story continued with 32, 33, and 39 home runs in successive seasons, all pointing to an unprecedented journey of power. Plus, his heroics against the Dodgers in the 1988 World Series was a moment of glory for this star, even though it all ended in bitter defeat. However, 1989 brought the sweet taste of triumph, as McGwire and Jose Canseco would go on to lead the A's to a memorable victory in the Earthquake series. Now, while home runs defined him, McGwire was more than a one-trick pony. As the Gold Glove winner in 1990, the star player proved his mettle as a fielder. But then, his batting average dwindled in the late 80s and early 90s. From .260 to .201, a decline that can only be best described as a bitter pill. However, his OPS plus stayed above the league average. It was a year he called the worst year of his life, a tempest of on-field woes and personal struggles. Luckily, with 1992 came a resurgence. That year, he crushed 42 homers and had a .268 average. Moreover, the A's clinched the AL West Division title with this high-spirited player leading the charge. Sadly, injuries haunted him in 1993 and 1994, but the Phoenix rose again in 1996 with 52 home runs, a .312 average, and dominance in slugging and on-base percentage. On April 21, 1997, he immortalized his name once more, joining an elite club of roof-busting hitters. On this day, Tiger Stadium quaked, as his homer soared 491 feet, the final note in a mesmerizing career with Oakland that had captivated fans across the nation. And having enjoyed a truly successful career with the A's, he said goodbye to the city where his dream was made into a reality. In the summer of '97, a seismic shift rocked the world of baseball. McGwire, with 34 home runs already under his belt for the season, made the journey from the Oakland Athletics to the St. Louis Cardinals. It was a trade that sent shockwaves through the sport. 2/3 of the season had already passed, and McGwire's name was etched among the league's home run elite. Yet in the 51 games that remained with the Cardinals, he didn't hesitate to leave his mark with a .253 batting average, 24 homers, and 42 RBIs. As the dust settled on the 1997 campaign, McGwire emerged as the Major League's home run king with 58 bombs. He ranked high on the slugging charts, held his own in OPS, and left his imprint on the league, cementing his place in the league as a force to be reckoned with. Amid rumors that his sojourn in St. Louis would be brief, McGwire defied expectations, choosing to sign a contract and plant his roots in the heart of the Midwest, a decision that would mark a new chapter in his storied career. Well, then came 1998, the season of dreams and destiny. McGwire, Ken Griffey Jr., and Sammy Sosa formed a triumvirate of power and embarked on a quest to shatter Roger Maris's single-season home run record. Of course, the chase was a media spectacle, with the leaderboard in constant flux. On August 19th, Sosa surged ahead, only for McGwire to snatch back the lead with a resounding double-homer day. Then, the race crescendoed on September 8, 1998, in a duel with the Cubs' Steve Traxel. McGwire swung for the heavens, sending his 60-second home run over the left field wall and igniting pandemonium at Busch Stadium. As fate would have it, the game's opponent was none other than Sammy Sosa himself, and in a moment of respect and history, the two titans embraced. A stadium worker would hand the sacred ball to McGwire in a poignant ceremony that marked his legendary status. When the dust settled on the 1998 season, McGwire had claimed 70 home runs, a record that would stand until Barry Bonds rewrote the script 3 seasons later in 2001. That season, McGwire was awarded the inaugural Babe Ruth Home Run Award for his historic achievement, while Sosa walked away with the 1998 NL MVP Award. In that period, it was widely acknowledged that the Sosa-McGwire home run chase had rekindled baseball's soul, breathing life into the sport after the 1994-95 strike. But wait, the story was far from over yet. McGwire's magic continued into 1999, where he maintained his reign as the home run monarch with 65 mighty swings. Also, a 4th consecutive season of 50-plus homers set the record books ablaze. He and Sosa carved their names in history as the sole players to hit 60 or more home runs in back-to-back seasons. So with numbers that defied belief, McGwire's legacy grew even further. In 2001, a mutual agreement with the Cardinals extended his journey with the team in a pact worth $30 million, and it was like a testament to his loyalty to the team. Sadly, though, as the new millennium dawned, injuries cast their shadows over McGwire's prowess. His numbers dwindled, and in 2001, he chose to hang up his cleats, closing a chapter of baseball history that would forever resonate with fans. Of course, how could we discuss the inflated career of Mark McGwire without talking about the dark clouds of his steroids controversy? After all, it's all part of the legend story. Well, it so happened that in 2010, McGwire openly admitted to using steroids almost throughout his career, including during the historic 1998 season, when he shattered Roger Maris's single-season home run record. Indeed, this can only best be described as a bombshell revelation. It was like the worst-kept secret in Major League Baseball, and finally, it's out in the open. Truly, the whispers and rumors surrounding this legendary player's alleged steroid use had lingered in the baseball world for years. The weight of the controversy was further increased in 2005 when McGwire, facing Congress, opted for silence on the steroid matter and left the cloud of suspicion to continue hanging over his legacy. It was only natural that the rumors and probes would continue until he finally admitted it in 2010. No doubt this admission tremendously affected people's perspective of the baseball legend and the regard they had for him. It also further cemented the suspicions about his early retirement from baseball. It proved correct, some of the people who doubted his true capacity, especially when you consider that many had often said it was impossible to be this good without using something extra. However, McGwire also insisted that he never had the intention of boosting his performance with steroids. According to him, he was naturally gifted to hit all those home runs, and he only took steroids for health reasons. But then the question remains, what if McGwire had chosen a different path? What if he had avoided steroids and opted for proper healing and recovery from injuries? Would his career have turned out differently? Well, let us know what you think in the comments.